Hi everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself, loving yourself, honoring yourself, being kind to yourself, taking care of yourself, being compassionate with yourself, empathetic with yourself, and shining your light and sharing your love with the world. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that we are here connecting, working on becoming our best versions. It's healing for you, it's healing for me. Thank you. My name is Nicole. Today's pick a card. We are going to dive into remember who you are. Remember who you are. We are diving into your Akashic records. We are diving into your soul. What do you need to remember? What do you need to know? How is this information going to help you on your journey of becoming your best self, of becoming more enlightened, more aware, a more evolved version of you, okay? Pile 1, purity. Okay, pile 2, new beginnings. And pile 3, patience. Okay, I'm going to show all 3 piles together on the pile selection, which is below the timestamps below in the description box. Feel free to flow with the energy, use your intuition, use your discernment. Feel free to choose more than one pile if you are feeling guided to do so. There are no rules here, just trust yourself. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description box as well. Thank you, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love and your support. I'm so grateful that you are here. My name is Nicole. You chose purity, okay? Let's get into this. Purity. What do you need to remember? You need to remember how pure you are. You need to remember how divine you are. You need to remember how just your purity, your essence. This is the time for you to remember just how divine and pure you are. And for you to tap into that energy and tap into it knowing that although you've gone through things, although you've done things, although, things in the past that have happened, really accepting your past and accepting that you were this. You are pure. You are innocent. You are not, the things that they said you were. You're coming out of those energies. Maybe you were those things in the past, okay? But you are choosing to heal. You are choosing to love. You are choosing to forgive. You are choosing to accept yourself, okay? And when you come to that place of radical acceptance, radical forgiveness, you can forgive the past, forgive the people from the past, forgive yourself, and accept and make peace with the things that have happened. And know moving forward that this is who you really are. And you're coming back to this. You're coming back to this innocence. You're coming back to this purity. And you're doing it in a very divine, loving way where you love that. And you love those parts of you that did the things that you did in the past. Because now you're having more understanding. You were hurt. You were wounded. Or, you were in energies that just were not really who you are. Okay? Those energies from the past, that really wasn't you. That was the energy you were in at that time. Okay? And taking accountability for that. Not to say we're ignoring basically making like, oh, this is okay. Like what you did was okay. Like, we're not going to go too deep into that, but it's about forgiving it. Yeah, it wasn't okay, but forgive yourself and forgive the situation and come back to the essence of you. You are pure. You are divine. You have a beautiful innocence to you. And you're tapping into that. You're remembering that. And you are acting from that place of purity. Okay? Let's find out. What do you need to remember? Let's go into the Akashic records here. We're moving into that. What do you need to remember about yourself and who you are? Many of you, it's like, you know, you have this like childlike energy that's so magical, so beautiful, so pure and innocent, and it really wants to come out. And it doesn't want to be judged, okay? It doesn't want to be told it's being corny. You know, this energy. It doesn't want to be told it's lame. It doesn't want to be told that it's, you know, silly or childish, okay? This energy that's trying to come out of you is one of just pure magic, beauty, like all of the good feeling things that you could think of right now. And it really wants to come out, like I said, but it doesn't want to be judged. It doesn't want to be criticized. It doesn't want to come off as like, people are going to think you're in another world, you're in la la land, or why are you being cheesy? Why are you being corny? Because when we judge ourselves, we open that up, that energy up for people to judge us, for us, that energy to be reflected back to us. Okay? You know, so don't judge this energy that's trying to come out, because this is who you are. This is just naturally who you are, okay? Yeah, okay. 5 of Cups. So this one to come out of reverse. You're remembering that you're not this, you're remembering how emotionally abundant you really are. You're remembering how emotionally mature you naturally are. Like many of you, your growth, your levels, your energy was stunted, blocked by situations of, you know, you had to go through a lot. You know, you went through betrayal, deception, manipulation, things like that, trauma. And it blocked a lot of energy and it made you feel like someone you weren't. You know, you were taking on those energies of the situation or other people's energies you were absorbing because, you know, some of you are very empathic here. So you are remembering that you're not this, you know, individual that's a victim, that's sad all the time, that's depressed, that's always, you know, attracting the wrong people or in toxic situations, things like that. That's not you. You had to go through that to now realize that. And you had to go through that to see that that's not what you want in your life. You're remembering that you don't want that. When you see the card of purity, this is peace. This is stillness. This is calming, harmonious, balanced energy. You know, like it's just so smooth. Okay, that's what you want. This is what you're starting to remember. And if you haven't been remembering it yet, this reading is very activating for you to remember it and for you to remember, like at your core, that's what you are and that's what you want. And that's what you want your world to look like. So that means you're remembering that you are naturally attracted to peaceful individuals. You're coming out of this. Some of you were in this place in the past where, because you absorb so much, you know, when many of us are empathic and we're sensitive and we absorb a lot of energy that we don't even realize. Once you start to really kind of, you know, you get more into this healing journey and self-aware, you start to recognize how you take on patterns and energies and behaviors that are just not yours. But you didn't know how to control the energy, you didn't understand the energy, and you didn't know how to release the energy. Many of you are remembering. You're remembering how to do that. And again, know what's yours and know what is not yours. And know how to protect yourself and have boundaries with what is yours and what is not yours. You are remembering that. Let's put this deck upside down. Okay, because I don't want to do reversals. Okay, look, 10 of Wands here. You're remembering that you don't have to do it all alone. You're remembering that you don't have to save everyone, that you don't have to hold everyone down, you don't have to heal everyone, you don't have to take care of everything, you don't have to be everyone's everything. You know, many of you, you're very helpful, generous people. You know, many of you are an earth angel here. You love to help. You love to be supportive. You love to just hold it down. You don't complain. You hold it all in. You keep going. You are learning. You don't have to do that. You don't have to hold it down for everyone. You're not here to save everyone. You're not here to help everyone. You know, you are going to bring a lot of light, love, supportive energy to so many individuals, but you don't have to carry everything on your back, okay? So this is what you need to remember, that you are a very strong individual, but you are not here to hold everything down for everyone. Now, does this mean that you can't be supportive? You can't be helpful? You could be helpful. You know yourself. Trust yourself. You will know when to help, when to insert yourself, when to get involved. But otherwise, put the bags down, sis. Put the bags down, bro. Like, you're not here to hold it down for everyone, okay? So, put it down because it's too much. Know what's yours and know what's not yours, okay? What is it? Okay, let's find out some more. What do you need to know about yourself, like right here, right now? What do you need to know that you don't know? I mean, maybe you do know it, maybe whatever. Well, let's just see. What do you need to know about yourself right here, right now? You need to know that you're extremely abundant. Some of you is like, and you're, not only are you abundant, that you're so strong. It's like, I think some of you don't realize your strength because, you may be in this place where you just keep it going. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you just got to keep moving. You got to keep going. You got to keep just moving forward. And maybe sometimes you don't take the moment to sit back and reflect and like, hey, you accomplished this, or you've been doing this, or you've been so strong for so many people or for yourself, whatever the situation is, for so long. You need to really know that you are extremely strong and very abundant. And even though in the past you may not have been able to really see how abundant you really are, or you felt like you were always in this survival mode for abundance, you need to know that you're naturally abundant. And the more you see yourself as a being of, you are just naturally abundant. It doesn't matter what your bank account says. It doesn't matter, what you have. Because the more you know this internally, consciously, the more your bank account will reflect that abundance. Because abundance is in so many different ways. It's not just about money, material world goods. That's not just what it's about. It's an energy, it's a mindset, it's a concept, it's a feeling, an integration. You are abundant regardless of the circumstances, okay? You are abundant. And just continue to tell yourself how abundant and strong you really are and how gifted. Like, the gift of strength and the gift of abundance, those are gifts, because you have the ability to make something out of nothing just from your mindset. So just know that. What else do you need to remember about yourself? What else do you need to know? I'm sorry. Again, 3 of Pentacles here. That you're so gifted. You're so strong. Like, many of you have a special gift with collaboration and work. Like, your work ethic is just unparalleled. It's unmatched. The fact that, like, you're so gifted and talented in so many different ways and you could do so many different things, but you have this strong work ethic. You have this strong passion, this strong drive. The fact that you, like, remember that you have the ability to take an idea and execute it very well to ground success. Many of you, it's like, remember that you can excel and achieve anything. Honestly, like, the type of gifts that you have is like, you can achieve and do anything. Many of you have been playing it small or you've been underestimating yourself. You need to remember, with this polar bear energy here, it's like your determination, your drive, and your work ethic is is the thing that separates you from the other people that, you know, and I'm not sitting here like judging talent or anything like that. I'm not saying that, because you're extremely talented and gifted, but because you have the work ethic that you have, you need to know that separates you. That's what, that's how people, it's like, and it's very natural for you. You need to know that you're just very naturally strong. You have a natural strong work ethic and discipline when it comes to creating, working, you know, things like that, that most people don't have. And some of you may have been called lazy before. Some of you may have been called, you know, uninspired, not hardworking. I'm not saying this is for everyone, but that's not true. Honestly, you're extremely hardworking, and you need to know that. And you're not a lazy individual. You know, you have to feel inspired. You have to feel passionate. So remember that, and remember that even if you were called lazy, or you were called like you're not going to amount to anything, or these little ideas don't matter, it's just noise. Block out the noise and remember that you have a very strong work ethic. And many of you are really gifted with collaboration, with working with other individuals to see the project from beginning to the end, and having, you know, enormous success behind that. Okay, what do you need to know? What past life gifts or energy is opening up to you right now? Okay, what past life information, past life gifts, or energies from past life that's coming in right now for you? Because we're going to find out how this is going to help you. Okay, lessons and blessings. So this is saying that you've been making it through your past life lessons, meaning things that you dealt with in the past life, like let's just say lessons around your abundance, lessons around abandonment, lessons around rejection, things like that. You didn't learn the lessons. Like, you may have started the journey of learning it, but you didn't complete the program. Okay, this lifetime, what's coming in now, or what you've been doing, you've been graduating from those lessons that have started from past lives. The same, it's like the same type of, again, like let's say something around abundance. Okay, knowing how abundant you really are. So that energy was from past lives. Like, you didn't feel abundant. You fell into scarcity. You fell into not feeling, you know, like you could have certain things like that. Okay, like a lack mindset or poor mindset. Okay, now you're finally integrating that you are abundant, and you're learning the lesson around abundance and having faith and trusting. So now you will be rewarded. And for many of you, these are big time rewards, because when we have past lives and we're going and we're cycling through these same type of lessons, trying to learn through different people and different situations, and we don't master it, you know, that's, that energy is still there. So our soul remembers. Like, your soul remembers when you tried to do this that lifetime. And your soul remembers when you tried to do that same lesson again and it didn't work and you didn't finish it. You know, your soul remembers. So that all of that energy is going to come back to you. And it's going to come back to you in a huge way, where it's like, it's going to be some major blessings coming through. And you're going to know, because you learned the lesson around whatever, you know, the wound was. For some of you, it could be unrequited love. You know, speaking for myself, I've had that wound around unrequited love for so many lifetimes. And I've been really healing that this lifetime. So, you know, my higher self was like, yeah, you're going to be blessed big time, because that's been a wound. That's been a lesson that I was not able to learn and really achieve for so many lifetimes. I repeated the same patterns because of that wounding around unrequited love. So someone needed to hear that, because you need to hear, I'm gonna leave it there, that you need to hear that the blessings are coming in for you, for the hard work that you're doing. Okay, Native Americans, some of you have roots here. You know, you have roots, you have Indian ancestors here, Indian American ancestors here, Native Americans, so they say. My ancestors say, call us Indians. So, you know, that's whatever it is for you, you know, your own personal journey with that. But you have roots here, and you need to remember that. And you need to remember the tribal energy that you have within your DNA, within your lineage. You know, your soul is going to start remembering that. And that could be like around doing, you know, honoring those ancestors, honoring who they are, the work that they've done. You know, here in the United States, we have Thanksgiving in a couple of days. And, you know, I'm not going to go into that, how controversial that can be, especially when you have ancestors who, you know, but anyway, I'm not going into that because that's just, anyway. But honor these ancestors and ask these ancestors to help you and bring that energy in, because that's very important for you during this time right now in your lifetime. There's something happening here that's going to help you with that energy from your ancestors that is going to be very beneficial for you at this time. And it's like that energy is coming in divine timing because you're ready to learn or to receive whatever it is that they want to help you with, okay? What else from your Akashic records that you need to remember right now that's going to help you right now in your journey, okay? Farm. This is talking about your connection with animals. Many of you have had past lives as you were an animal. And more specifically, you could have been a horse. You know, I'm getting horse, I'm getting bear, I'm getting zebra, I'm getting giraffe, I'm getting lion, panther, dolphin, whale, chimpanzee. Okay, so you may identify with these animals. Maybe they're your spirit animals. I'm also getting eagle. Maybe they're not, but you were an animal and your soul remembers that, and your soul remembers. So your soul is asking you to tap into that energy, to have that empathy for animals, because you were once an animal. And, you know, however that lifetime happened when you were an animal, you know, have empathy for animals, have empathy for all things that are living here, that empathy, that compassion, and that respect. And that energy is going to be coming out more and more, where you may decide to become an animal activist or do things to help animals or become a vegan or, you know, whatever that could mean for you. That energy is going to be coming out because you're going to remember that, and you're going to remember like your connection with the animal kingdom because you've had a lifetime as an animal. And it could be more than one lifetime. You know, that happens too. Okay, what are the final messages here? Pile 1. Pile 1, final messages for Pile 1. Continue to have your boundaries, you know what is yours and know what is not yours. You know, have healthy boundaries, not barriers, but protect your energy, because many of you, again, you're very empathic. So you are absorbing a lot of different frequencies, a lot of different energies here. Everything is not yours to carry. Okay, so if people are projecting onto you or you just happen to absorb those things, clear out your energy field. You could do cord cuttings, you can do spiritual baths, you can continue to ground your energy to be in the present moment. When your mind is floating off to an individual that you're not even thinking about, that person could possibly be pulling on your energy, trying to get you to engage and energetically connect, which is draining to your energy, and that's not fair to you. You didn't come here to be drained. So this is about knowing what is yours and knowing how to protect your energy and knowing how to stay in the present moment and, you know, flow with that and not continue to energetically connect with those situations that are not physically in your physical presence right here, right now. Because when you do that, when you are, say, for example, you feel like you're thinking about a certain person and you just keep thinking about it, that person's not in front of you and you're not talking to that person. Well, that person is not physically with you in the physical present moment. So that means that energy is being, you know, shuttled into different ways where it needs to be right here, right now. And you will realize that's you exercising healthy boundaries and also protecting your energy, so you're not all up in the mix, you know, and absorbing God knows what else. Final messages for Pile one. Look at this again. You are so abundant. Abundance. Many of you, it's time for you to reap the rewards. It's time for you to have a harvest. The hunter moon here. This is really prominent here. I think the last full moon was a hunter moon. I can't remember. I think it was either, yeah, I think it was. It's either, I don't know. Anyway, you are very abundant, and many of you have been learning lessons around abundance. Continue to trust in your abundance and tell yourself you are abundant, you are safe, and trust and have faith, okay? But you have more abundance coming in many different ways. Final messages for part one. Creation. It's time to create. It's time to set some new intentions. It's time to create things of your wildest dreams. Many of you, again, your ancestors, they're going to help you with your inspiration. They're going to give you more ideas. They're going to give you more energy. You know, many of you, again, with your work ethic, your diligence, your determination, you have that energy to see it from beginning to end and make sure it's a success. Trust in this energy. Let more of this energy come to you. So the more you are in the present moment, right here, right now, in your physical present moment, the more energy you will have to do whatever it is that you need to do, and you're in the flow of it, okay? You're creating some dynamic projects and some amazing things. They will be successful. Allow yourself to see that and really tell yourself you are abundant, you are successful. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and your support. Love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself, be kind to yourself, give to yourself, be empathetic and compassionate, and forgive yourself. Share your light with the world. Thank you so, so much. I'll see you next time. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this, okay? You chose new beginnings. Okay, what do you need to remember? How does this connect to you remembering who you are? You need to remember that there's always a new beginning for you. There's always a new opportunity to start fresh, to start again, to reinvent yourself, to change your narrative, to become a different version of yourself, okay? Many of you have that transformative energy where it's like you're really good at transforming, you're really good at having rebirths, you're really good at, starting all over, regrouping, scrapping something and moving forward and having a new beginning, having a new start. You need to remember this about yourself. And not only do you have this energy that it's really not difficult for you to do this, but this is a part of your journey. This is a part of your life journey, this lifetime, for you to have many new beginnings, many transformations, many deaths and rebirths, okay? Big time Scorpio energy here. You could be a Scorpio, you don't have to be, but this is just like, you have that energy where it's like, many of you will have multiple ego deaths, multiple transformations, multiple, just like you moving to a new place, a new career, a new relationship. Like, there's many different opportunities for new beginnings and a new start for you and a new narrative, and like you reinventing who you are. You're not meant to be who you were 5 years ago, who you were 20 years ago. Like, you are meant to continue to reinvent yourself and become your best version, and to have these ego deaths so you can understand how things work and how your journey, the direction and the trajectory that your journey is moving on, and how it all like really connects for you. This is really deep. Let's find out some more. What do you need to remember, okay, about yourself? And like, this is something that for many of you, I feel like within your Akashic, it's like your Akashic records. It's like this energy of being afraid to reinvent yourself in some of your past lives, and like feeling, you didn't have what it takes, or you didn't have the courage or the bravery. But this lifetime, you are getting more confident and brave and bold with your new beginnings and with your transformations and your new starts. Like, you're not afraid. And even if you do feel afraid, you're doing it anyway. You're not afraid to change your physical look, your physical appearance. You're not afraid to move somewhere new. You're not afraid to just start a new career. Like, you are getting more confident in your transformations this lifetime. And you need to remember that you have the energy, you have that spiritual DNA and spiritual support from the spiritual realm, your spiritual team, to assist you with these transformations, because it's not easy. Some people literally, and this, I'm not shading anyone or anyone's journey or anything, but I'm just trying to give you perspective here. Some people will stay in the same, just stay in the same energy. They're not really growing. They're not really evolving, for whatever reason. Everyone has their own journey again, but they'll stay in that same energy for years. And many of you, you're changing like your whole life, your whole energy, your mindset, like every few years, or every 10 years or every year or whatever it is. Like, this is big, and you need to know that not everyone has this energy, and it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of confidence. Let's find out, what else do you need to know? What else do you need to remember about yourself, okay? What else do you need to remember about yourself? And definitely, for some of you, I feel like your soul is mastering that this lifetime. Like, that's some form of mastery that you're trying to do with this new beginnings. Because again, this is not easy, okay? So pile 2, 10 of Wands, okay? You need to remember that this, some of you could be here from pile 1, but this feels a little different. But because this came out in pile 1, you need to remember that, everyone is not going to continue on these journeys with you, okay? Let's just say, for example, there are people that you've been friends with, or you were in a relationship with, or family members. Everyone is not going to make these transformations with you, okay? The more you evolve, the more you grow, the more you change, everyone will not be a part of that. Some of the people that you started your journey with, they will not end the journey with you. And you need to be okay with that. I'm not saying you need to just go and cut people off. And, I'm not saying that. That's for you to know what you need to do. It may not even be a cutoff thing. It may just be, the energy is moving in different directions. Whatever it is, you just need to know through these transformations that just make peace with everyone won't be there for the next leg of the journey, however that looks. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's about perspective, and it's about the way you integrate that. If you integrate this as something like, enemy situation, or even if it is an enemy situation, even if it is someone that was showing up as an enemy, it does not have to be a bad thing. If you walk in your protection and you know that there's no fear here, and you are in this place of like, I don't have any issue with you, I'm not trying to go there with you. This is all about perspective. So you need to remember that this is how you frame. This is up to pile 2. How is pile 2 going to frame these situations as you transform and evolve? Okay? Because if you frame it in a certain way, then that energy can be blocked because you could be holding on to something, or it could just create blockages. But if you frame it in a way where you're making peace with situations and you're moving with the energy, you're really letting the energy show you who's going to be around and who's not. That's how this can go. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, everyone's not going to make it, and it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes people, they're not meant to move forward with you. What do they say? Some friends are friends of a season, and I forget the rest of it. But, sometimes people are just in your life for a cycle, a season, whatever it is. And just for you to have that, like, how are you going to frame that and put it in perspective? And it's not a bad thing. What else do you need to remember? Again, look at this, the Fool. The Fool talks about, regardless of this imagery here, I'm going to get to that in a second, but the Fool talks about a new start and a new beginning, and also being daring, also being a risk taker. Many of you, it's like you are here to take risk. You are here to be bold, to be daring, to really step out of your comfort zone. And with this visual here, this is about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your logic, trusting that you are very strong intuitively and you will know what to do, when to do it. You will know, like some of you may be guided to make quick decisions, or, it may be big decisions where you have to put that energy and that time and that reflection on, whatever it is. Trust yourself. You need to remember how to trust yourself and to trust that you are, again, very intuitive. It's not a situation where you need other people to give you guidance. There's nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, this is about you. It's on you at the end of the day, because you are the one making these transformations. You're the one making these changes. You're the one changing your narrative or whatever the situation is. So it's your choice, not another person's choice. It's always going to be on you at the end of the day. What else do you need to remember? What do you need to remember? Upside down. I don't know. Anyway, the sun, you need to remember that you are extremely bold and brave. The sun, and this is also, again, you're on your journey here. Look, you are on the journey of enlightenment, okay? You are on this path. You need to remember that every new transformation, every level you evolve to, you are rising higher and you're getting closer to whatever that is for you, okay? You are on your path and you are growing on your path. And these new portals, these new beginnings are getting you closer to where you need to be, okay? But you need to also know that you're extremely confident. You have a lot of confidence, divine confidence. I'm not talking about the ego. This is why you go through so many ego deaths this lifetime, because you are remembering your own divine confidence. And that divine confidence comes from whatever you want to say it is for you, God, source, the universe, the most high, whatever that is for you is coming from that place. Okay, so you have a very strong solar plexus chakra. And again, you're extremely confident. You're very bold. You're very brave. Again, it's not easy to have these new beginnings. A lot of people watch you and think, how do you do it? How do you start your life again? How do you lose it all and start all over? Things like that. So, you have that energy, you have that confidence, and it's divine confidence. And continue to allow your ego deaths, because when you allow that ego death, guess what? You reach a new level. Again, you're getting closer to whatever this is for you. But you are on your path and everything is working to help you. So what do you need to know from what past life energy or gifts or information from a past life that you need to know that will be helpful to you right now, okay? From your past lives here. How to. Okay, angel. Many of you, you're an angel here. You are a earth angel, okay? You are here to help. I just see 12:12 on the clock. You're here to help people. You're here to guide people. You are here to support people. But you also need to know that you have this energy in you where you're highly supported. You're very supported from the spiritual realm. You have angels watching over you, supporting you to be this earth angel that you are. So many of you have different gifts and blessings that other people won't receive, but you are given that to help others. Meaning, let's just say some of you are just very financially abundant, okay? You may be very financially successful. It's not just because of you being abundant and you being a hard worker. Part of that is, yes, that's a big part of it, but also the other part is if you identify with being an earth angel, which many of you are who are watching How To, you have been given that money to help and support others, whether it's giving, donating it to charity, you know, investing money in businesses, investing in other people to help their dreams come true. You have been given that money for a reason, okay? And it's not just for you to just like sit on all this money and be like, hey, I got all this money. You know, it's also a grander purpose there. So that's for you to know. And some of you may be guided to do that. Like, you know, you're going to be getting more money and you're going to be getting more downloads, like do this with your money or do that or help this person, you know, because it's also about many of you is like what I'm getting here. It's not even just like giving people money, but it's like empowering people with money. You know, it's kind of like you're meant to assist them in their own quest for freedom when it comes to that. Okay. It's not just about, hey, here's the money. You know, it's about either teaching them or helping them or guiding them or supporting something. You know, it's not just about that. Okay. Let's find out, what do you need to know about from your past life that will help you right now? Okay, many of you, Egypt here, you have past life energy that's coming from Egypt, ancient Egypt here. So that means you have wisdom and knowledge and gifts, okay? These could be spiritual gifts, psychic gifts, that's going to be coming in, that's coming in from those past lives, okay? So, you know, if you identify, many of you, again, you have had past lives in Egypt. And some of you may already know this, okay? This may not be a news flash for you. You may already know this, but what you don't know is some more of that energy is coming in for you. So some wisdom, some things you learned, some information you gathered from those lifetimes, some gifts that you had during those lifetimes, you know, because, you know, I don't want to go too deep. I've had many past lives in ancient Egypt. That's when I remember my first lifetimes here on earth, it was here in ancient Egypt, the original civilization. But I don't want to go too deep into that. That's not what this video is about. But what I can say is that it was just way more spiritual, you know, during this time. So the gifts were just it was just easy. It was just like, it was nothing. Like everyone was very in tune, you know. So you're going to have more heightened awareness, heightened intuition, and just more spiritual gifts as well. And this is going to help you with, you know, whatever it is that you're doing for your career, whatever it is that it's just going to help you overall. And it's going to be a lot of wisdom, because there's a lot of lost wisdom and knowledge that people like myself who come from that time, you're starting to remember, okay? It's starting to connect, okay? So it's like bringing that wisdom to the forefront, okay? What else do you need to know from your past lives, okay? What energy, what information, how is it gonna help you now? Okay, orphan. So many of you, you've had past lives where you were abandoned, you didn't have parents, you may have not even had a home. So you are going to, that energy of, what I'm getting a couple things. Like that survival energy, it's kind of like it's transforming. That's also with this like transformation energy, like you're transforming out of survival mode. You're transforming out of a place of lack, a place of not having anything or having much at all. Like you're transforming out of that energy, and you're transforming to abundance. You're transforming to, I mean, you may already be abundant, but you know, abundance shows up in so many different ways. So even if financially you're very abundant, it could be your energy or your mindset, whatever that is for you, okay? More abundance is coming in, and you having faith and trust in your abundance, and you're really recognizing again how abundant you really are, and the issues of lack and scarcity, those things are going away, because many of you have been learning lessons around that, or you've been gaining faith around that, or you know, really learning about those parts of yourself and remembering. For some of you, you've been remembering, okay? Trust and faith. This is what I was just saying. You know, again, it's more that angelic energy. Many of you, you know, you have a lot of angelic support because you are an earth angel here. So it's like, if you identify as being an earth angel, you have to have that trust and faith. So the energy of trust and faith, that unshakable faith, that unshakable trust, trusting in complete the total unknown. You know, as you go through these transformations, you don't know, you know, who you're becoming, or you don't know, you know, moving to a new place, what's going to happen, or starting a new career. You know, it's a lot of that unknown when you go through these transformations and start a new beginning. You don't know what it's going to be like because it's new. So this is about more of the energy of trust and faith is coming through for you. And it's coming through in a way of like, if your faith can't be shaken, you're really grounded and rooted and stable in your faith, and really trusting the journey, trusting the process, and trusting where you are being led. So this is really powerful and it's really beautiful, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to feel good in that energy as well. Okay, let's get your final messages. Final messages here for this is pile 2. Final messages for pile 2. This is really powerful. Many of you are mastering a lot of different things this lifetime. I just want to say that you're in a place of mastery and just learning a lot about yourself and your gifts, and like, you know, how it all comes together and connects for you. Okay, like you're really connecting with all of these energies from within your Akashic, within your soul, and you're starting to really learn how to tap into it so you can, again, master so much this lifetime. Okay, pile 2, final messages here. Okay, yeah, look, you are sovereign. Okay, you are a sovereign individual. You are trustworthy. You are full of light. You are dedicated. Again, many of you are earth angels here. Okay, so this is meaning like you are stepping up. You're stepping up in your position as an earth angel, as a guide, as a leader, you know, someone that's here to help, to pour a lot into many individuals, to give back, to add a lot of value to so many different people here on the planet, okay? And you are stepping up in this position, and you're not taking it lightly. You're very serious, and you're very intentional and dedicated to this. And so this is not going unnoticed, and your soul is really proud of you, and your soul is like, continue to keep going, continue to move forward, continue to see yourself as a sovereign individual, a person here to help, a person here to create change, to solve problems, to support other individuals on their journey as well. You are protected. You know, you need to know that on this journey of transformation, new beginnings, you have a lot of protection, particularly from the angelic realm. Many of you are protected by the angels, the archangels here. You have a lot of protection. You know, in order to do some of the things that you do, again, it takes a lot of bravery and courage, but to walk in that protection, to know that you don't fear anything because you know you're protected, you know. And this is like the energy coming in from your Akashic records, like for you to know firmly and without a doubt that you have so much protection, and you are so supported and loved to do the things that you're here to do this lifetime. This will help you to move forward even more bravely, boldly, courageously, okay, after the things that you're here to do. And just for you to know that it's like when you need help, call in for help, ask for help, okay, because you are very protected here. And also for you to get your rest. Get your rest, okay? Rest is very important because that helps you recharge your body and reset and reboot, okay? What else do you need to know? Fruition. This is you seeing yourself, a lot of your abundance, a lot of the things that you're here to create, a lot of the things that you're here to do, like you are going to see so much success and abundance this lifetime. And it's because you are brave. It's because you are bold. It's because you are stepping into new portals and new doors that, you know, that's coming to you because you're meant to, again, transform. And you're meant to have these ego deaths. And you're meant to go through things to show you how really strong you are, how courageous you are, how abundant you are. And you're going to see these things, and you're going to see yourself and a higher light, because again, many of you, this is mastery. You know, you're mastering this. And things are coming to the light and things are coming to fruition. And a lot of your dreams are going to come to fruition. Many of you, you have dreams from past lives. Like, let's just say, this came to my mind, music. Let's just say, like, in past lives, you were a musician, a musical artist. But things really didn't, you know, you weren't able to really get that off the ground. There were blocks, you know, it was a struggle for you. In this lifetime, it could be music or something else, but let's just go with music again. This lifetime, you're going to be very successful in that. And you're going to see how you're gifted and the fruits of your labor. You're going to see the harvest. You're going to see your hard work pay off. You're going to see things come to fruition, regardless of what career it is, okay? And this is just saying, like, stay on the path. Like, you're on the right path. Continue on the path because you're going to see it. You know, even if you don't believe it all the way, continue to believe in yourself because you are going to see it all the way through. How to power, again, you are very powerful. Okay, in this lifetime, you are meant to see just how powerful and strong you really are, and how you know how to be the magician. You know how to wield power and energy and work it in your favor. You are an alchemist. You know how to make the lemonade from the lemons, okay? You're just going to see how powerful you are. You're leaving that lack mindset alone. You're going to see how abundant you are. You're going to see how gifted you are, talented, so many different things because, again, you're on the right track. So keep up the great work. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Please love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself. You know, hold space for yourself to be vulnerable and don't judge yourself. Be proud of yourself because you're doing an amazing job and keep up the great work. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this, okay? You chose patience. All right. So what do you need to remember? Remember who you are. So remember how patient you really are. Remember how, you know, when we think about patience, you know, there's levels to it. So continue to grow in your amount of patience. And remember that you are naturally a very patient individual. You know how to wait. You know how to, you know, trust in divine timing. Even though sometimes it can feel like things can take a long time, this is asking you to really remember how the gift of divine timing. And when you receive something in divine timing, that means that you're fully ready to receive it and it's going to be better than you could have even imagined. That you are not a person that wants to force something or push or pull or, you know, make it the way you want to make it. That you have the energy to be patient and to trust the process, okay? Some of you may be waiting on something or you may be feeling a bit impatient right now, and this is why this is coming out for you. You may be like getting tired of hearing about divine timing or feeling like, when is it going to happen for me? When is the breakthrough coming in? What's going to happen next? You know, I'm just feeling that energy. So this is saying, remember that you are naturally very patient, okay? You're naturally very patient and trust. You know, you have a lot of trust. You have a lot of admiration for divine timing. This is what's in your soul, within your Akashic. Your Akashic understands the energy, the vibration, and the reward that divine timing provides for you. Even when your physical body, your physical mind is saying, I've had enough, you know, your soul is like, no, it's okay. You remember how to be patient. You know how to be patient. You know how to wait. You know how to trust the process. Let's find out some more. Pile 3. What is it you need to remember about yourself? Remember who you are. What do you need to know? Okay. Pile 3. 4 of Swords. Okay. you need to remember that many of you is like, I'm getting this energy of like not wanting to go it alone, or not wanting to do it alone, or being tired of being alone, or being tired of resting, or being tired of healing. And within your Akashic is saying that like, this is why it's asking you to really tap into more patience, because there's something that you cannot see that's still being healed, unraveled, grounded, whatever it is for you. There's something that's still being worked on. It's a lesson, it's some wisdom you're unlocking. It's something that hasn't connected yet to give you whatever it is that you've been waiting for. And it's a reason. And this is why your soul, your Akashic is like, hey, I know you've been waiting, and you may be feeling tired, or you may be feeling worn out, weary. But your soul is like, there's something else that you still need to do in order to, see whatever it is, have whatever it is come to you. Okay, let's find out some more. And it's kind of like, just keep holding on a little bit longer. Like, your soul is like really trying to like keep you in the game. Like, don't give up, because some of you are tired, okay? And for good reason. You've gone through a lot. Six of Swords, like, it's something that you need to move away from. And for many of you with swords coming out, this is the mental body. This is the mindset. There's some type of belief or mindset or something that hasn't changed that needs to be released, or you need to move away from it, okay? And so this is why within your Akashic records, your soul is saying, hey, trust this process. There's something that you need to do. There's something that you need to release. There's something that you're holding on to that's preventing from this, like, providing that disconnect, that vibrational disconnect from you obtaining whatever it is that you want. So what do you need to know about the situation? What is it you need to release, or what is it you need to know so you can move forward? Okay, this is about you moving forward, but you also, again, trusting that process, but moving forward. What do you need to know about that? What is it you need to release? Judgment. Some of you are judging yourselves here. There's a battle here. You need to remember that yourself, your higher self, the parts of you that's in the shadow, whatever it is, you're not your own enemy. Some of you have this belief that you're your own enemy, or you've been told that, or you've been told you're your worst enemy, or you've done things that may have proven that, statement to be true. But what you need to know is you're not your own worst enemy, and stop judging yourself. There's a mental mindset or belief around judgment around yourself. And this judgment could be like, you judge yourself and then you judge others, but it doesn't have to be. That's for some of you. But you are not your own worst enemy. You are not an enemy. You're not, like, don't fight yourself. Be yourself. Integrate those parts of you that's in the shadow. Love those parts of you that are in the shadow. Put the light on those parts of you that are in the shadow. Those parts of you that you may feel are dark or unlovable or not worthy or not deserving. Put the love there. You are not your own enemy. And the more you love that, love all of you, including the past versions of you. You may have done things in the past that you're not proud of now, that you feel like, you're judging that part of yourself. This is about releasing that judgment, and forgiving yourself so you can move forward and reap the rewards and enjoy the new version of you. You're being asked to remember who you are. You're being asked to remember your purity and your divinity, but also remember that your past does not still exist. Let that die. Let that love on those parts and let them go. You don't need to keep rehashing, recapping, like, what you did, you know what I mean? Like, let it go. And it's not easy to, but find the way to let it go and let those parts of you, like, put the love there, but let it die. Like, that's no longer you. And there's that battle. For some of you, it could be an internal battle, you know? And again, forgive yourself, because the more you forgive yourself and the more empathy and compassion you give, the more you can move forward and your vibration goes up because you're giving yourself more love. What else do you need to remember about yourself, okay? You need to remember that you are very intuitive. You're very gifted. You have a strong level of discernment. Now, in the past, it may have felt like you weren't as intuitive, or you really had a difficult time getting in tune with being discerning. You know, you may have made decisions or judgments that wasn't reflective of being highly intuitive. And this is, again, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and know that you are intuitive. You may have had blockages, you may have been unaware, but at your core, you are a very intuitive person. And you have a strong level of discernment. And again, trust yourself now. Trust this new person that's emerging, because the new version of you wants to come out. But if you're still holding on to the past, it's going to be difficult for that new version of really trusting. Because this new version of you trusts. Trust yourself, trust the higher power, the universe. This new version trusts. The old version of you had difficulty with that. So let that go. Okay? Let that go. What else do you need to remember? You need to remember that, you know, you are the world. You are one. You are connected. You're very connected. You're very in tune. You're very empathic. You feel the energy of the world. That does not mean you need to hold it down for everyone and hold everyone's energy, but you're very in tune and connected. And you know, the world is what you make it. And the world is the world is yours. The world is yours to create. The world is yours to do whatever it is you want to do with it. You have that energy, you have that power, you have the gifts and the wisdom to do this, okay? And you need to know that the world is going to be whatever it is that you make it, but it starts internally. How are you speaking to yourself? What are you feeding your mind? What are you mentally being stimulated by? You know, things like that, because that dictates what is in your physical world. Starts in here. You know, what's going on in here is reflected on the outside. So the world is yours to make. It can be whatever it is that you want it to be, and you need to know that. Let's find out what past life energy, or, you know, energies from within your Akashic records is helpful in supporting you right now in your journey. What do you need to know about that? Okay, pile 3. Trees here. Okay, so this is talking about when trees come up for me. This is about having that respect and gratitude for your journey, but also being very grounded and rooted. You need to remember that you can, like, many of you have spent lifetimes in service, like being in service to humanity and, you know, working on behalf of, you know, the higher power, the universe, whatever you resonate with. So you have that energy of being very patient, extremely grounded, very stable, very reasonable, very rooted, okay? You know how to be in the present moment. You know how to be mindful. Like, your soul is like, tap in. You're very gifted with that, because many of you have trained for this. Like, you've trained lifetimes for this by being of service, by, you know, like, when you look at, like, you know, different religions and different spirituality, you know, spirituality in a different way. Like, when people meditate, and when people meditate for like an hour, 2 hours, they're training themselves to be more mindful and more present. So when they come out of that meditation, they're clearing out all of that energy in the mind, in the mental body. So when they're grounding back. They're coming out of meditation and grounding in the physical reality. A lot of that is cleared. And they could be so present and so focused in the present reality. You have the gift of that, where it doesn't take Like you trained for this many lifetimes. So the more you exercise that of being mindful and present and grounded, the more that energy is going to surface and come back to you, where it's not going to feel difficult to be grounded right here, right now, and in the flow of the present energy. This is really powerful. This is saying, like, you've even had a lifetime, you've had lifetimes where you were a tree, you know, like you need to know this. And like trees, that's patience. You know, a tree starts here and matures over 30 years, 40 years. Like that growth is not overnight. It's slow and steady, but it moves. So you naturally have that groundedness, that patience, that mindful energy that a lot of people don't. You know, so you could wait it out. You have the gift of that, okay? What else do you need to know? Energies from past lives that help you right now. Pile 3. Okay, vows again. So this, I'm getting a couple of things here. Okay, I'm getting a couple of things. Like for some of you, this is like that commitment to being of service, to, you know, whether you were in a certain religion or you were spiritual, it doesn't matter. Even this lifetime, it doesn't matter. You've had commitments from past lives of, again, being of service, okay? Helping humanity. And again, I feel like for many of you, that is what's happening now. You are recognizing your mission. You're recognizing how, you know, your past lives support your mission now, what you're doing now, the type of knowledge and wisdom and whatever it is that you've gained. Many of you have been training for this, what's happening for you now and what will be happening for you this lifetime with your mission, with your purpose. You've trained lifetimes for this. You've committed to this for many different lifetimes. So you have the energy to support whatever it is that you're going to do. But I'm also getting with this vows, for some of you, this is talking about a past life connection that is coming back around for you. Now, this could be someone, you may know this person, you may not know this person, okay? But this is a person, regardless, is from a past life, and you and this person made some type of, you know, you have a bond, a connection, could even be secrets or promises with each other, something like that. Some type of, it could be just like a bond, like you and this person promised other lifetimes ago that you would one day be together, one day get married, or one day, you know, be in a commitment or see each other again. Whatever this is coming back around. And it's coming back around because you are not only in vibrational alignment with this person, but this is also divine timing as well. Because again, this could be, for some of you, this could be really deep. Like this could be like, who knows how many years, you know, if you can even quantify it, like so many lifetimes, like thousands and thousands of lifetimes it took you to connect back with this person. Because that's how it works sometimes, you know. You don't know when you're on these journeys, you don't know who you're going to connect with again. You don't know who's incarnated right now, who's not. You don't know until you get here. And so for some of you, this could be a situation where it was so many lifetimes ago, you know, and you may remember that, or you may start remembering that when you connect with this person and remember the promises that you made to each other. And this may be the time now to fulfill that, to come together, to connect, to be together, or, you know, whatever that is for you, even if it is platonically, friendship wise, you know. Let's find out some more. This is really deep. I feel like you need to know that the type of energy that you hold, you have very much old soul, highly evolved energy, okay? Where a lot of souls, you know, your energy supports your journey because you've been here so many times, you know, and your journey is not like everyone else's. It's very different. So you will have to wait it out sometime. You will really have to work harder. I don't want to say work harder. It's just a situation where it's like, again, you've trained for this. You've had so many lifetimes. So you cannot compare yourself to anyone else. You can't say like, how do they get that and I'm still waiting, or, you know, I passed this and I did that and I'm still waiting, and other people, you know, you can't do that. So you know, you need to know that your journey is unlike anyone else's, okay? And you, again, you've been training for this. Again, you're very spiritual or religious, whatever, you know, you're very faith-based, you're very spiritual, you're very in tune with that, you're extremely, you know, devoted. Some of you are very devoted to your religion. Whatever your faith is for you, whatever you believe in, you're devoted to your beliefs, and you understand how your mission and what you're here to do. And you understand some of, I don't like to say sacrifice, but some of the things that, you know, that you go through in order to do to fulfill your mission and to do the things that you're here to do. You have that, even if it doesn't feel like mentally you have that within your soul, you know that. So sometimes there may be a disconnect with the heart and the mind, or the soul and the mind. The mind may be like feeling anxious. The mind may be feeling like, well, you know, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? And your soul is like, be patient. You're not ready yet, or you still need to go through something, or you need to learn something, or you need to unlock something. So a balance with that, you know, this is what you need to remember. You've done this before, where you found that balance between the head and the heart, and you were able to clear out the mind space. Many of you, if you are not meditating, find some time to meditate, because you've had lifetimes where you spent hours meditating, or you spent hours being mindful to train. So it's muscle memory is there. It's just about meditation is going to help you get back to it. So if you're not meditating regularly, please try to, or try to find something to do. If you don't like meditation, try to find something to get you grounded, to get you very present, to get back into that energy, because many of you are a powerhouse as far as energy is concerned. You help light. Your light helps so many people. So the more you are able to master how your energy is being, you know, exported, imported, all of that, you master your energy field, because you've done this before. So it's just about remembering how to do it again. The more you are equipped to handle your mission and your purpose here. Okay? Because again, you are that powerhouse of energy. And if you don't know how to master it, you're not going to be able to fully fulfill your duties the way you're supposed to. And this is how when you're able to fulfill your duties the way you're supposed to and master your energy, this is how you bring in the other things, you know, the other rewards, or whatever it is that your desires are. Okay, let's get one more. This is really powerful, the arts. Okay, so you need to remember how creatively gifted you are. You're very creatively talented. You're very gifted. You have a lot of artistic abilities. And with that being said, many of you are meant to use your artistry and your artistic abilities to help. That's part of your mission, whether this is to help other individuals, inspire people, empower, uplift, whatever it is. This is a part. You have a lot of those gifts within you that's just within your Akashic that you remember, because this is a part of your mission and this is how you help others. Okay, so dive into different things to explore your creativity, because many of you are extremely creative, whereas like it's not just one or two things you could do. You could do several things, and it's not, I don't want to sit up here and say like it's not hard for you. It's like a natural thing for you. You're just naturally very gifted, because again, you've had so many lifetimes. So you've learned about so many different things, and your soul remembers. But you have to take that initiative to, you know, tap into it however you're going to tap into it, you know, but tap into it because you're very gifted. Let's get your final messages for pile 3. Again, will. You have a strong level of will, strong willpower. And some of you may just be feeling like enough is enough. I can't take much more. But your soul is saying, listen, you can. You got this. You're so much stronger than you know. Your willpower, your light, your energy lights up the world, literally. Many of you, you are lighting up the world with your energy and your strength. Continue to master this. Continue to really hone in skills of mastery in terms of your energy. That's a big part of your journey, this life journey, okay? Pile 3, action. Look at this. You see all this light? You have so much light that just beams from you. okay? And it's just very natural for you. So when you take action, you're going to be guided to take some type of action soon. It could be within 1 day, 5 days, 15 days, could be 15 hours here. Some type of action that's going to really set you on fire and really blaze the path forward, okay? Some of you could be setting some new intentions, some new goals. Whatever it is, it's some type of big action step that you're going to be taking that's really going to light you up inside, and that energy is going to be emitted to the atmosphere, and we're all going to feel it, and it's going to feel good. Okay, final message is pile 3. Look at this. Many of you assessing, many of you, I'm telling you, you've had so many lifetimes here, and this is just about you getting back into it, getting back in the game, not giving up, taking your breaks, but just being focused, being diligent, being devoted. Continue to be devoted to your path. Reassess what's not working for you. What do you need to change? Where are adjustments needed? This is about you mastering that. Where is your energy going? Is it going in unnecessary places? Does it need to be more funneled in this area? Do you need to practice this? Do you need to learn about this? Master your energy, master your emotions. You've done it before. It's just about making those adjustments, okay? Making those adjustments to see what works, to see what doesn't work, to continue to move forward, but be devoted. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Love yourself, honor yourself, be patient with yourself. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. The world is yours. Create what you want. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.